there goes all your building damage.
Yeah, now they're gonna reset here. Matamaman goes.
It's Matamaman, no! Immersion, too slow with the impale.
He's gonna get nobody now for that.
He's got nothing.
And the casual Kaya is now complete for the OD, but again, timing has moved up so rapidly.
There's only ever been 6 shutouts on land, most recently EG shutting out Liquid. I always remember the most famous shutout for me was ESO1 Frankfurt. Remember Toby and Sin were casting because
was it
the 22-0
IG?
Yeah, it was IG versus EG. What a crazy way. I think that was the end of the series too, right?
Yeah.
Or maybe it was. Because you could see Apo's just had a rough go of it. Only been hitting creeps non-stop because he knows his hero just can't really fight yet. They've got to just bite the bullet, lose all their towers, and hope that Liquid makes some sort of mistake pushing high ground.
Yeah, he's so far behind in net worth though. Somebody who isn't though is this Wraith King who just about has that Radiance. I think once you have Radiance, you just smoke and take a fight.
Yeah, you got to. Unfortunately, Dota can't play hyper-aggressive right now because that was the level 1 reincarnation when it went down, so that very long cooldown is still there for another 90 seconds, so you can't really actually farm creeps in lane.
You can tell he's very afraid to pop out, and rightfully so.
If his Radiance gets slowed down any further than Liquid, I mean, every single minute that passed by, they've just had a field day with Gambit.
And the best part about having Radiance, though, is it speeds up everything. It allows you to finally be a presence in team fights. It allows you to farm much quicker. But having Radiance alone is never that scary.
They're going to find Immersion here once again. I always feel like when I'm playing Wraith King, when I have the Radiance, it's like almost exponential because I'm farming creeps faster. That also means I'm farming up skeletons faster. Yes. Which means I'm popping out skeletons to farm creeps even faster.
It's a very snowball effect.
Yeah.
So we see Mind Control this time on the Nature's Prophet. Looks so much better than when he was on the Omni. Because I feel like his job was so limited when he's on the Omni. He's a playmaker at the end of the day. He's one of those guys that I think really likes having net worth items, being able to do essentially what Afterlife did.
And that was why when they won, right, TI was, when Matamaman had to play very sacrificial in that regard for both his 2 and 3 position. Miracle and Mind Control, they were both a bit greedy. Miracle turning into a Jakiro here, just...
oh, look at bottom though. Nature's Prophet.
Oh yeah, Nature's Prophet he's doing building damage right now. Gambit are gonna have to split up trying to defend both right now, but the range barracks is already dead. See if they can actually catch Mind Control here. The lead on the Great Fire Flash, follow up Vendetta, Impale as well. That is gonna be the Nature's Prophet going down at bottom lane. So a good pick, even if it costs them the range barracks. Honestly, just getting on the board, I'm sure no longer seeing the goose egg is gonna help Gambit a little bit psychologically.
But losing the tier 3 tower backs this early on, Liquid can't be sad about that. They got a lot of damage onto this tier 3 tower on the top. Got a Rax at 18 minutes. But now the game slightly changes because of the Radiance on this Wraith King. And despite having like that heavy tower disadvantage, they're not that far behind.
Yeah, I mean the Wraith King is actually over the Lone Druid in net worth right now, which is super impressive.
Yeah, like he can still sort of do it. He just needs a little bit of backup right now. He needs a second core to slowly come online. But that might get a little bit harder as Mind Control now has an Orchid, and there is a big item pickup on the Shaman with the Blink Dagger.
Afterlife is level 11, so he's not so far behind in levels. We won't talk about his net worth, but he's got levels going for him at least. Core staff for the OD. Gonna have to definitely play an in and out game here. Needs to have a way to get through the Sprout as well.
Gotta be careful here because GH is waiting in the wings. Just instead gonna go for the bounty runes.
I like how they play that safe. They didn't try and get greedy and go for the bounty rune.
I mean, Afro might just get gone on right now. GH trots the sentry to make sure that Immersion isn't on top of him and just go for him. And that's exactly what he does.
Oh, Gambit left him as soon as they got that bounty runes.
That was so smart by him. Drop the sentry because the Nyx was down there for some time.
Yeah.
Sort of scouting things out. And Apo should know about that too. He saw the Treens just recently get spawned. Want to try to make a move on a Kuro. This is pretty big for them. They need to get rid of the Oracle as fast as they can.
Yeah, I mean, they have a hard enough time killing one person. And with an Oracle sitting behind with the plethora of heals, saves, pretty much have to go for him first. Lose the other shrine, all semblance of map control. And Liquid can just keep farming until, I'm guessing, the next Roshan. There's no need for you to... Because I guess I just don't feel like there's an item that's coming up in 3 or 4 minutes that is really significantly going to change Gambit's state. You know?
Yeah.
It's just going to have to come down to the team fight.
This Leshrac is definitely not getting any new items.
Yeah,
he
just
bought the hood, I think, thinking he was going to be so far behind in net worth, which he's not wrong about.
No, he's not. He's been behind the Shadow Shaman for so long. We're going to see that play again at bottom lane. Drops the sentry, makes sure that it wasn't a trap, that there wasn't a Nyx assassin scouting him out the whole time. They always have the extra help of that Wrath of Nature as well. Thing is all 3 of their cores have ways to be able to farm up treants too. So if they actually had a more successful laning phase, if they just didn't bleed out all towers, all map control, everything, then maybe they could have actually done something here. Tried to go for the impale on the TP, but it was baited out by mind control.
A little bit too far. But still all map control in favor of Liquid. Miracle is very farmed at this point. I think for Gambit right now, when you lose this much map control, the problem is you have no wards on the map. So it's hard for you to just blind smoke out because you're just risking the game at that point.
And with this wide window of when Roshan can spawn, it's going to be tough. Do you think they have to go for the Roshan defense, or can they play with the high ground?
I think they have to go for the Rosh defense because I think the Oracle ulti in conjunction with the Aegis is just a little bit too much to overcome. That's what I meant about, you know, you ideally want to get something going, but it's so scary to just go for the smoke. But going for Roshan, when it is up, you know it'll be up. So it's a very easy objective, I think, for the team that's behind to fight around.
Trying to get this pick off on the Furion. Mind Control does have an Orchid, so if he's fast enough, he can slow down this hit from Immersion. Doesn't actually get it off. They land the impale. That Apo's going to be here. Split Earth as well. A really good kill. The second one for Gambit in this game. So this time around, they don't trade anything.
They're all getting BKBs, though. They're all getting BKBs.
And they have all these ether lens too. Like, they don't have like the greatest jump in the world. There's sentries in place. The Nyx assassins can't get there. They don't have a blink dagger, and Dahak isn't going for one either. He went for Evan's Halberd. He's building into a plate mail now. So they don't have a good way to get to that backline in the first place. But a Roshan pick, it kind of inverts everything, where the backline is kind of exposed and your damage dealers are there in that dead end. They're going to try and kill the bear here with the help of the skeletons. Trying to slow it down, but simultaneously can't get too far out of position. Impale, that's going to land, and that is going to be the bear kill.
Oh, careful.
See if they can blow up this ranking, take away the reincarnation. There's going to be the imprisonment safe, but they have to try and take away these serpent wards, force that from away. Still managed to get him with those long-range nukes, and they do have treants currently hitting the melee barracks. Gambit really can't worry about that too much right now. They just need to be able to find engagement. Somehow Miracle jumps in, hit the impale, close the spike, airbase stun. Emergent trying to go for GH, but he managed to dodge out that impale. Afterlife coming back from his imprisonment. They're trying to finish off this bear real quickly, at least as fast as possible. 2 minutes, throw down the ultimate there from Apo. Another good imprisonment save, but Miracle's just going to be able to set that up. Look at it, imprisonment. It does manage to get the spike carapace stun on the imprisonment to kill the OD very easily. Immersion, he's going to stall things a little bit here, but that's going to be 4 dead from Gambit, and Team Liquid don't even need Roshan at this point. They can just go for the high ground, force some buybacks.
I mean, they went for it, but mind controls pressure on the map just a little bit too much, as well as the farm disadvantage. You saw him just continuously kite the Wraith King, and he just doesn't really have a second core that he can work with, that can go in with him. So Liquid know that as long as they just continue to kite this one guy, they know there's no other damage source.
Also, hopefully somebody has a flip with that. I think Matamaman may have passed over his Radiance from his bear onto his hero before it died. It's sometime during that fight.
Oh, that's sick.
He kept his Radiance for that team fight. Really smart play. And so, as they force a buyback out of Gambit, they can back to that Roshan pin. Oh, let's not forget about those bounty runes that spawned a minute ago. 19 bounty runes to 4. It's just one more metric to show you how one-sided this game has been to the favor of Team Liquid. Gambit, they put together some incredible team fights in Game 1, but it's hard to overcome such a sharp net worth advantage. Version trying to wrap his way all the way around. Maybe he was looking for that courier. They spotted him because of the ward they have on the high ground next to the Roshan pit. But it's a cool ward too, from the Dire side. But
I don't really know what plays you have. I am 17-2.
Yeah, every single time we talk about Gambit, there's always a but.
Yeah, it's just... And you saw OD drop the hammer, and it's really not that scary.
No, it wasn't at all. They killed the lone druid bear twice. That's what they accomplished in that team. So now, you said it had to be the Roshan defense. Gambit, they tried, weren't able to get it together, so now they're going to have to go for the high ground defense, which is probably going to be harder here as they have so many liberties they can take. Just drop the Surfer wards in the bear, they have BKBs available, they have an Aegis. Miracle once again going to turn to the Nyx Assassin. It's such a great hero to turn into with that spike carapace, especially allowing you to be able to get free stuns. Look at that, the magic immunity just allowing Miracle to soak up some damage. Don't even need the false promise. Bear running forward, trying to finish up that mid lane of Barracks. Miracle just dives in pretty freely, takes out that Jig hero. Now they actually have the Aura get into the back line. That's going to be Merchant going down as well. Beyond Godlike for him, and Miracle is only halfway through this while Matamaman's taking that mid lane of Barracks. It's going to be 2 lanes gone, and the top lane fully exposed here. At this rate, Team Liquid don't even necessarily have to win a team fight to close out this game. All they have to do is just hit the buildings.
They can just be as patient as they want, send in their cores. They don't have to commit anything for this.
No.
Send in the bear at this point.
So Gambit, they are the ones who have to go kind of out there and put a stop to this one. They're going to start by trying to kill the bear. And there's going to be a shotgun onto the left track, bring him a bit low. There's going to be the force down, but the pursuit out for the waveform. Miracle managed to catch him. There's going to be the buyback of the bear, just going for it right now. The melee barracks dropping fast. They just keep on throwing more stuns at this bear, and he keeps on getting saved by the Oracle. In fact, he's going to false promise it just to make sure the second bear does stay alive. A bunch of buybacks forced, and Liquid did use some abilities, and since they're on cooldown, they'll back up. They're going to play it very safe. They respect Gambit as a team a lot, and they're not trying to throw this game. And they're actually going to get caught here as Miracle. Well, he doesn't get caught. He actually kills the Merchant. Now they're going to turn, go for the last strike kill, who did buy back in his last engagement. Pops BKB. FNG, he's dead. Now look for Ammo or Afterlife. Well, maybe he can go for Dog as well, as he does have a reincarnation, but they can take away that first life. He's keeping some life. Just currently off the life steal right now. Now the improvement. 2-man split Earth. That's going to be well set up. The hammer gets dropped. Almost finishing out the OD, but it's not quite enough. Now the BKB from Mind Controls. He just stands his ground, finish up that first life of the Wraith King. He comes back now. Miracle actually just committing his life onto the Radiant so he can go full health. Now the Surfer is blocking him off. Now managed to get the shackles as well, not allowing Gambit to get back inside their base, but it's already been megas by Matamaman. He's already slit through, cut off the throat of Gambit and Team Liquid. Boy, were they pissed off about Game 1 or what? Blitz, this was just, they took 0 risks and they just dominated Gambit from the start.
It was all that mid rotation. When 4 people came mid and Gambit had no response, you knew what the game was going to look like.
Yeah.
They couldn't defend any of their towers. Part of the problem with giving up that mid tower so early on in the game is it represents that you have no interest in defending the other towers because your lineup just can't do it. I think Gambit realized